curious minds, and welcome back to Tech Advantage, the podcast where we talk about technology, business, and personal growth. I'm your host, Tondow Abraham, co founder and software engineer at Bluemind Technologies. And today, we're diving into something fascinating. We're going to be talking about context engineering, the secret ingredient to making AI actually intelligent. Now, when most people think about AI, they just imagine machines and softwares that can think and understand. But that really isn't the case. AI doesn't really understand the way humans do. What it actually does is predicts based on patterns and the context that you give it. Now, what do I mean by context? Context is basically the background information that you give the artificial intelligent model to then respond based off of this information. It's like adding more meaning to your request. If you ask an AI, what's the best programming language to learn or the best tech stack to combine, your answer could completely change depending on who's asking the question. If it's a beginner, a data scientist, a web developer, or whatsoever. Now, AI uses the context around the question that you give it to then decide what's the most relevant answers. Now, this is where context engineering comes in. The first time I stumbled upon this information, I was wondering why would a big word like engineering be put beside something as simple as context? So I was able to do some adequate research and I discovered that context engineering is actually designing the right environment for AI to reason effectively. Now, think of it like giving AI a proper brief before you ask it to work. If I want to get an information from AI, all of the information that I would feed it with before asking the adequate question is the entire context for the background knowledge to enable the AI act accordingly. Now, in the modern world, AI is becoming a real skill and even more important than just learning how to code as well as prompt. When you know how to structure your thoughts and add meaningful context, AI becomes a powerful tool and extend your intelligence and not just as a tool you use. And if you think about it, this applies even beyond AI. In real life, context is everything. People respond to you and understand your work and connect with your vision based off of the context that you share and all the information that you give to them. And this goes the same for AI. So here's the takeaway. The next time you're working on an AI tool like ChatGPT, Midjourney, or any kind of assistant, don't just give it commands, give it context. Tell it who you are, what you're trying to achieve, and how you want it to respond. Because when you master context, you don't just use AI, you collaborate with it as a team. So, this is the basic information that I want to share with you guys on artificial intelligence. And subsequently, we'll dive deeper into more advanced topics on AI. So, thank you for listening to today's episode of Tech Advantage. And if you have learned something new today, please do give us a rating, drop a comment, and follow this podcast. Also, share it to your friends and family or anyone you want to give good knowledge to. The podcast had only been on Spotify since our launch, but recently we have been approved on YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts also. So do listen to this podcast on any platform that is most convenient for you. Once again, I am Tondow Abraham, and remember, technology is your advantage.